look, it's all over. It's all over. If you thought that you were going to be able to walk into a store and talk to a human being ever again, it's done. We're the last ones. I'm the last type of human that will remember interacting with members of my own species when I go into a store to purchase something. I remember going into the supermarket and having a very depressed emo girl scan my eggs. No longer. I'm doing the beep, boop, boop. I got to do it myself with a self-serve checkout. But you know what? That's ending too. Thank God. If I have to hear one more time, please scan your Woolworths card. I don't fucking have a card. I don't want one. I don't want to give you my number. Go away. But the last time, that's going away now too. You're not even going to have a fucking self-serve thing because guess who released robots? That's right, Elon Musk. He's got Optimus is out. You can get your own Optimus, and it can pour you a beer. And they want it to be able to do the dishes and do chores, and they're going to put it behind the counter of every fucking store ever, so that all we're going to do is gradually become more isolated and more fucking polarized. Men and women won't fuck anymore because you're going to have that thing in your house. All right? As soon as they figure out how to put silicon titties on Optimus, why would I talk to a woman? As soon as Optimus whips out that 12-inch vibrating double penetration tool after he's done the dishes, why would any woman talk to me? I'm not going to do the dishes or fuck her like that. It's over. All these people on Twitter, currently known as X. That's what I'm going to call it now. I'm not going to say X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm going to call it Twitter, currently known as X. Because, sure, it's currently known as X, but it will always be Twitter. I'm not posting, I'm tweeting. I'm not looking at beheadings on X. I'm watching murder on Twitter. Thank you very much. That Optimus thing, it's over, buddy. We're entering the realm of iRobot. Have you seen the footage of them unveiling these robots? And they all come shuffling out, and every single one of them walks exactly like President Joe Biden. I honestly believe that Joe Biden died 10 years ago, and we've actually been watching the prototype of Optimus run America for this entire term. And the reason why it keeps falling asleep is because someone keeps forgetting to fucking charge it. You know, when you wake up in the morning and your phone's on 3%, fuck, I forgot to charge it, but you still use it even though you know you should put it on charge, and then it dies, and then you're angry, even though it's your fault. That's Joe Biden right now. He's my phone in the morning on 3% because I forgot to put it on charge, but I'm still looking at X, formerly Twitter, currently known as X. And the big pitch of these robots is obviously, it's the same shit, right? It's the same shit of like the AI pitch of them going, AI is going to help us do all of the tasks that we don't want to do. And then what does it actually end up doing? Enabling businesses to stop paying graphic designers. And the robots are now fucking creating the art, and I'm the one stuck behind the keyboard typing in picture of Elon Musk with big breasts. I'm doing the boring bit. They get to do the fucking drawing. Me, the human, is a fucking data entry peon, and the robot gets to try and create art, all right? It's supposed to be the other way around. The robots are supposed to do everything boring, and then I should just be able to sit on my ass and draw hentai and then jack off to it. But no, all right? And the same thing that's happening with these robots, all right? They're coming out, and the big pitch to you and me, the average normal human, is you won't have to do the dishes anymore. Someone else can clean the toilet. But that's all bullshit, because you can't afford a $20,000 robot, and neither can I. You know who can? The fucking pub, the cafe, the clothing store. So now, every time you walk into a store, there's going to be some fucking robot. Hello, my name is James. Can I help you buy some jeans today? And then you're never going to talk to a human being ever again, unless you're having an argument on X. Twitter, currently known as X. Like, that's what it's going to be. The big pitch is you won't have to do your chores anymore. Someone else will mow the lawn. No, it won't. All right? Those things are going to be for businesses to not employ you first, okay? That's what it is. Did self-serve checkouts make your life easier? No, it just made the supermarkets more profitable. Has AI impacted my life in any positive way? No, it just made Google shit. And now every time I go on social media, I'm not seeing art drawn by people anymore. I'm just seeing like fucking terrible rip-offs of Disney characters with 7 fingers. You go on Facebook now and it's like an African child with 3 heads carrying a giant pot of honey, crying while Jesus smiles down at him. And the caption says, 1 like is 1,000 prayers for this Zimbabwean boy. And then there's 50,000 likes. All of them are robots. And then like 1 boomer who's still on that platform. These robots are only going to benefit businesses at first. That is a very cynical take, but definitely at first. Although it is an undeniably fucking impressive and amazing engineering achievement, but it is also one of those things that makes me go, is this necessary? You know what those robots should be, like the jobs we should be replacing with robots, is just like all of the dangerous ones and all of the disgusting ones. So like public bathroom cleaner. Yeah, the Shitbot 9000 can do that. You ever interact with someone in a public bathroom that's there to clean it and you're there to shit? And like, that's one of those weird ones where like I mean, if you look at the facts, you shouldn't have to apologize or say excuse me or even acknowledge them. But something about it just feels wrong. Like I was in Frankston shopping center and I had to do a shit. And I don't say that lightly, all right? I'm not going to Frankston shopping center public toilets to do a poo that I could do at home in 10 minutes. You know, the only way that I'm going to need to shit in a public toilet in Frankston is if it's like, if I'm turtling, you know, if I'm breaching, then I'm going to go in and do a shit. I'll do a wee anywhere. All right? I don't care if the toilet's disgusting. If it's got a urinal, I'll stand up and wee. If I got to sit down, it's a fucking emergency. There are only a few places where I will do a public toilet poo. I wouldn't do a public poo anywhere, unless it's if the decision was my pants or in public. I think I'm taking. It depends how far away I am from home. All right, if I'm like a 5-minute walk away from home, I might go pants. Although I'm just thinking of like you. Okay, so I have to shit right now. I'm in public. If you whip the pants off, well, you might get charged. It's disgusting. Someone might film it. Goes viral. That's really bad. But no shit on me. That's really good. The alternative is poo in pants. Pros. It's likely that if I do it in a secluded area, no one sees, right? No one realizes that I've done it. I don't have to get naked in public. No one's going to take photos of it. No one's going to fucking see it. I don't know, maybe I could do it while walking. I'm assuming that if it's such an emergency that I must either shit in public or in my pants, I could probably do it while running or even without even realizing. However, the big con is you're going to be wearing it and then you're going to be dropping it out your pants legs all the way home, which could lead to getting caught with having poo pants, depending on who you walk past. But anyway, this is I don't know why you interrupted me with this moral quandary that's not even relevant to what I'm talking about, okay? You know, when you're in a public toilet, I did that and there was a guy cleaning it and he just walked out. There were 2 dirty ones and he just walked out one clean. Now, part of me felt like it would be more polite to shit in the one he was about to clean. Right? Because I don't want to mess up his work. Feels a little bit like if you shit in a toilet that was just cleaned in front of the cleaner, it feels a little bit like stomping on a kid's sandcastle they just made. You know, they're really proud of their work. It looks beautiful. It's nice. And then here I come along to do a shit all over their good work. All right? So it kind of makes you want to go and do a poo in a toilet that's yet to be cleaned. However, all right, I hear you say, I'm reading the comments already, that also feels very disrespectful because it's kind of like I look at the guy and I go, you going to go in there, are you? Well, that's where I'm going to shit. Huh? How about that? That's almost like kind of sexy. Like that's alpha. You know? It's kind of like negging the toilet cleaner man. Oh, you clean toilets, do you? Let's see. Oh, you clean toilets, do you, buddy? We'll see about that. So anyway, I went in the clean one because of course. And I'm in the Frankston toilets and I look at the toilet roll dispenser and guess what I see? 2 mini bottles of Jack Daniels. That's Frankston culture. People say that we don't have culture here in Australia. That's Frankston culture. Where the fuck did he even get those? I thought you could only get them at the airport, dude, like during a flight. You get your little mini bottle, but he had 2. And for some reason, it drank both of them in the toilet. Oh my God, I just realized that the cleaner didn't clean them up. Did he? Was he the one drinking? Because it was clean, but those 2 little bottles were there. And he looks, oh my God. That's the only situation where it's completely acceptable to be drinking mini bottles of Jack Daniels in Frankston toilets is if you're the guy who has to clean Frankston toilets. Mystery solved. I've been thinking about that all week, dude. I was thinking, who the fuck would, like, if you've got little mini bottles, you could probably just like unscrew and drink. Or if you're in Frankston, just go outside, you know, and just smash them. But if you're in the toilet, if I'm cleaning Frankston toilets, I'm also drinking in Frankston toilets. That actually makes perfect sense. I'm chuffed. So anyway, the entry-level jobs 10 to 20 years from now, fucked. I was watching this robot thing pour drinks for people. And it, like, objectively, what an engineering feat. That's unbelievable. It was operated by remote controls, but, like, eventually they won't be. You know, cars are starting to drive themselves now. At the same conference, Elon unveiled Robotaxi. Right? Which is, that's another low-skill job just fucking deleted. But here's what I think about anyway, I'll stay on the humans. So eventually, there's just going to be no fucking shops that you walk into and see a human. All right? And watching them pour the drink, I was like, this is such like autistic engineer tech bro idea of like, oh dude, be so much better if a robot poured your beer. And it's like, that's something that I would come up with. Like, I'm sober, I don't drink, I don't go to bars. But even I know that, like, part of the appeal to walking into any common space area like that is to be around other people and to, like, talk to the bartender if you're a regular. You know? Could you fucking, like, that's like, imagine being a regular at one of those staffless grocery stores. You just fucking walk in. I went to the Amazon Fresh store in the UK to see what it was like. It was so much easier. I fucking hated it. I walk in, I scan my Amazon Prime membership, and then I grab my stuff and I walk out. I fucking hated it. There was something just evil about it. There's the human brain has such an obsession with convenience that it's going to destroy our society. And the reason we want convenience is because it is like a survival mechanism, right? Every living creature on Earth is seeking the path of least resistance. Because the more I have to think and use my massive brain that uses heaps of energies, the more I have to eat. And the more I have to eat, the more I have to move my body, with the more energy I'm going to expend. The more energy I spend, the more energy I require. So I am, and every living creature is fucking hardwired to do as little as possible for the maximum reward possible. And that's great, but it gets all fucked up when you're really smart and you start inventing things like the iPhone. And my brain goes, little energy spent, move thumb, brain entertained, become retarded. And this, like, desire results in us inventing amazing technologies that improve the world, like the car and the axe and the fire and the phone. But it also makes us do things like, what if no one did anything? And then you have billionaires who don't do anything and extract all of the fucking value from human beings and then go, all right, now that I've got all of your money, humans, I'm going to take your jobs. I don't know, it's an interesting thing. It's also inevitable. Like, of course, we're going to invent robots and then we're going to replace ourselves and then we're going to figure out how to put our consciousness inside the robot and then we're going to stop being human or mortal. Like, that's where we're going. And then maybe we'll just stop being, like, physical. Maybe we won't even be a robot anymore. We'll just figure out how to upload ourselves into, like, some kind of network. I mean, we're already fucking halfway there. That's what this is. Every thought that's in my head is going out into a fucking YouTube and Spotify. And after I die, it'll be there forever. And you'll be able to take every single fucking word I've ever said on this show and create an AI representation of me without my consent and fucking cast me in movies. And my estate can make money out of it. And Amazon bought my estate because you know, my family went broke. And they sold it at a huge discount. That's my legacy. Is like you might walk into some convenience store in Taiwan and a hologram of me will pop up. And I'm not doing comedy. I'm just there as like a digital representation of an assistant to help some Taiwanese grandmother find eggs. And then, like, you might walk in and you're 70 and you go, fuck, that looks like this comedian that I used to watch before he got hit by that train. Why is he a digital assistant in Taiwan? Are they doing comedy? And they're like, no, it's just his digital likeness was cheap. So they just bought it, gave him a Taiwanese voice. And then, like, unbeknownst to you living in the mortal living realm, my soul is trapped in that digital representation of me. And I'm like stuck in purgatory, not heaven nor hell. And I actually see every time I help someone in a supermarket and I'm experiencing 10,000 digital assistants' lives at once. And it's slowly driving me insane. And I'm screaming, stop, please delete me. But there's no way for me to communicate with the living realm. So I'm just stuck in purgatory until the humanity just ceases to exist. So yeah, what I was saying is I think that these robots are like pretty cool, and we're just gonna end up fucking them, you know? Like I was watching that thing pour a beer, and it like it gets all its fingers and it closes it and it puts it around the shaft and then it pulls it towards itself. That's not that far away from a hand job. You know what I mean? That's why I think, you know, if you think the male loneliness epidemic is bad, you wait until you've got an affordable, free use fucking dishwashing machine in your house. And no, I'm not talking about a woman. They are not cheap. Dude, it's like, why if you grow up in a world, right? It'll be weird for us, but if you grow up in a world where, like, it's just normal and acceptable to have something that is so fucking beautiful and attractive and just does everything you say and maintains your house, does all of your chores while you're out at work in the fucking Amazon slave mine. Like, why would anyone talk to anyone if your Xbox can suck your dick and do the dishes? You know what you're going to have, right? You know, dude, you're going to have this problem, okay? See, a lot of people, they come to Spearhead Sundays for the jokes, but what you should really be here for is my amazing futurist takes. I'm a big futurist, and many say that I can actually predict the future, and that's what I'm about to do right now. And in many ways, I've already made very correct predictions, okay? I predicted that Prince Philip was going to die. He died that second, okay? I did it with the Queen. She died right after, okay? I've done this many times before. I predicted that when I got my new chin, it would be fucking over for you. Your life hasn't ever been in a worse state. While me and my chin continue to ascend. Female listenership has doubled. I haven't gotten any funnier. I've just become more attractive. I'm on dating shows now. Got a new chin. You think that I knew I was going to be on fucking dating shows when I said it was going to be over for you? I didn't know that. All I knew is that it would be over for you. And guess what? You catch me on billboards, bitch. I'm different. I'm a reality TV star now. Here's my next prediction. This is going to be the problem of the future. Fuck, this is almost so funny that I don't want to say it. Okay, because it's a stand-up bit. All right, I'm going to say it, but if you hear me talk about it on stage, whatever. You know how, like, if you're like 25 to 35, you probably know this, all right? If you grew up with a family computer, remember that? With a whole house, there was one computer in the family room. Remember that? Right? Now, when I was a teenager, I would be waking up when the family was asleep and sneaking into the family room to look at porn and jack off on the family computer because there was only one. In 2060, the 15-year-olds of the future are going to be waking up when no one's home and going to fuck the robot. Little do they know, their dad fucks that robot too. Dude, tell me that's not going to happen. 100%, bro. If there's a fuckable robot in my house and I'm 15, I'm fucking the robot. Absolutely. There is no way that robot leaves unfucked. That's the future. An entire family running a train on a robot thinking they're the only one fucking it. I got caught watching porn by my mum when I was a kid. Could you imagine your mum walking in on you fucking the dishwasher? Oh my God, that's gonna happen. It's fucking over, dude. It's over for me. They're gonna invent a robot with a better chin than my surgeon can put on me.